Hi folks, this is Chris Voss from the chrisvossshow.com. Just profiling a few of these Twitter apps that I like. I'm doing 3 a day, so make sure you check in every day and get the latest posts for the Twitter apps. A lot of fun stuff you can do in adding on to Twitter. First one here is called Xevercom. Xevercom, I suppose. It's just take the EXEFER off the site here and put .com in, and you'll be able to see what's going on. What's interesting is you put in your Twitter ID, it pulls all the data from it. Looks like I got about 78,000 updates, and what they do is they accumulate all the different time zones that I'm putting tweets out in. Now, I haven't figured out if this is just the last week of record or if this is an average based upon all 78,000 tweets, or what timeline this thing operates in. It could be the last week, for all I know, but the numbers really don't match up on how often I tweet, so I'm really kind of confused. And I wrote to people and asked them what the true timeline is here. So if you ask me later on Twitter, I'll gladly give you an answer, or you're welcome to play with it yourself and see if you can figure it out and let me know. But you have the numbers of tweets that you're doing on a weekly basis, and then down here you have the numbers of tweets you're doing on a hour-by-hour basis, and then it shows the volume and the heaviness of your tweets and your replies down here. Now what's cool too is you can look down here and you can see the amount of people who are retweeting you and how often they're retweeting you and how popular they are in doing stuff with you. So they're pretty cool. And then of course these are also people that are talking with you, having conversations. So if you find someone you're looking for that talks to you a lot, you can certainly go through and check this chart. Xevercom. Check it out. It's kind of fun and interesting to see how often you tweet, when you tweet, and what you do. The next website I'm going to show you is called twittergrader.com. Now, a lot of people know about this. Bear with me. I've got a third one to show you here in a second. But with twittergrader.com, if you don't know about it, you can go on to TwitterGrader. It's twitter.grader.com. That's twitter.grader.com. Real important because I have trouble finding the site. On it, you can see I rank 198 out of 4.7 million people here. I believe the 4.7 million, if I'm correct, is the amount of people who use Twitter on the Twitter's website. It does not count all the API. There's rumored to be 20, 30, 40,000 people using API services like iPhone and TweetDeck and stuff. So it doesn't really count those people in there. But, ranking 190 isn't too bad. I ranked as much as number 8. Number 32, I don't know why I'm falling down. Maybe I'm not doing something right anymore. The other thing you can do is this will actually go through and grade your blogs. It has a number of different interesting things. It tells you in the blog why it does some of the different things it does. Tweet Snip, Tweet It, groups. They have some great things that you can use. You can put a badge on your website from Twitter Grader showing your grade. They'll grade just about anything. A website, a blog, your Twitter account. I believe they have a Facebook grader. So they have a lot of different toys on here. They're really cool. I want to show you something. Of course, in Las Vegas, I am number 1. Woohoo! Have been for some time. Bigger than Steve Wynn and Bellagio Hotel. You gotta love it. So at least I'm number 1 in Las Vegas. Can't complain too much about that. Now let's take a look at the third one. This is bubbletweet.com. That's bubbletweet.com. And this thing's pretty interesting. In fact, I'm going to go to their main website here. The one I was showing is a profile of someone's saying. It's very fun and interesting. But let's take a look at bubbletweet.com. Let me show you what this does. This is really funny. Now, this goes to a web page. This guy's named The Expert. He does use this a lot in promoting his tweet site. Let me show you how this works. There'll be a bubble that will pop up here in a second.
I'm The Expert. And for those of you who don't know me, I've been doing this bubble tweet thing for a while now. Like back since it started. And if it wasn't for bubble tweet, I wouldn't have achieved the anonymity that I currently enjoy. If you ain't tried it, you should try it. It's a nice way for people on Twitter to get to know you. And please note, I call them people. Not tweeple, or tweeps, or twits, or freaking homo sapiens. This gives me gas. Also, I think the bubble tweet thing is a nice way to communicate. Unlike my mafia family, I just added, my Twitter on me. I just added, my ninja dojo. Want to be my spy master? You want to be my thigh master? I just gave you good luck. I just gave you bad luck. I just gave you peace. I just gave you a twinkle. I just gave you a rash. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm off my meds. Try
He's a pretty interesting fellow, of course, as you can see. And we'll see if we can pull up the Bubble Tweet site. Looks like it's going to give us a little bit of hassle here on his feed. But on the Bubble Tweet, they have a number of people. This Cook uses Bubble Tweet a lot. It's very popular with him. And you just go in, you create you enter your Twitter name, and you don't have to give me your password. And you basically log in to your webcam, or you can actually upload video if you want, which is pretty cool. And if you want to see some other people who use Bubble Tweet a lot, you can see them, of course, down here in your thing. And then usually what you have to do is it'll give you a 30-second video where you can make an impression. You can say stuff like, hey, welcome to my Twitter site, glad to meet you, I'm not a robot. Maybe that might be an angle you could use. Or if you want to say something funny, Dane Cook logs in and spits off funny jokes and little 30-second segments. It's pretty cool that way. A great way to communicate with your Twitter people that isn't so informal as, just texting each other. So check that out, bubbletweet.com. And thank you for joining me. Make sure that you check out my ebooks, my consulting, and my webinars, and my one-on-one counseling. Find out how to really enjoy Twitter for a change instead of doing a lot of work. And that's what I show you how to do and save you time and money and help you make money. So check those out. They're at the bottom of the blog. And I'll see you next time. Be sure to check every day, because I'll be posting 3 new reviews every day. Thank you. Bye-bye.